Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. I really enjoyed the first game, and now I'm ready to enjoy the second. Where's my mouse? Not there. You know how there are just games that are like dark, the movies, TV shows, all that kind of stuff? They're just like dark and depressing, but in an enjoyable kind of way? That's Alan Wake. And I feel that way a lot about just Remedy games in general, actually. I really liked Control. Quantum Break was pretty good. And I'm just excited. If the game ever loads. I guess I could read these tips while I'm here. While knocked to the ground, use dodge to avoid follow-up attacks. So I'll also allow you to get back on your feet quicker. Okay. Whatever button dodge is. When overwhelmed by the enemy, look for a safe haven. Oh, never mind.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
That is a naked middle-aged man. And a naked middle-aged man butt. Oh, right, right there. It's just right there. Well, that'll be fun to censor out later. A little afraid to spin this camera around. It came from the Black Lagoon.
Come on, we should go.
Already gone.
Wait, you see a naked man crawl out of a lake and you just leave him there? Huh. Spooky sounds. This butt, I tell you what. Big tree, nice little door in it. Oh, I will sprint, thank you. Sprint away from this scene with a naked man. Where am I going? Did I go through this already? I did. Going backwards. Ah, there we go. Now it's a damp pair of buns. Damp pair of cheeks. Just so distracting. I'm not gonna lie. Light. Oh, that looks ominous. Not that way. Oh! Well, I didn't make it very far.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right.
Very casual about
While
murder.
Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here.
I guess if your
Mom,
mom's an
it's
FBI
so
agent.
good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
That kind of
This is
behavior
what
has
happens
caused
when you go on work
relationship
trips, Mom.
issues for me.
Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Oh, look at that synergy.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Oh, I see they brought the control style of Introduction to Settings.
Worth memorizing.
Giant words all across the screen.
I should take a look at that map.
But first, exploration. Okay.
The Federal Bureau of Control?
Ooh, Easter
That's
egg
a new one.
reference.
Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds coming on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned, I might have to find another spot, somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off it. Just look at the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. Was it a naked man that came out of a lake? After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive, but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? I want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. They do that. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. Huh. Well, illegal bird watching does come with risks, so I've heard. where I came up and dropped down. I believe that it is. Map? No map. That's probably what I'm gonna go look at.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Whoa. Where'd you teleport? Whoa! 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 He just popped right out of that ground. Locked door, one end way. One end way.
I think
End
I
of
hear
path.
someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Those cookies. Okay. I gotta. I can't not go down a path. So we got straight down. There's the locked door. To my right. One left. But something kind of straight. Okay, that's the clipboard. And this curves back and around. Missing something. Where does this put me? Down that path, huh? Interesting. Not really a way to go straight. Huh. Well, a little map checking. Not so sure about it. Interesting. Okay, well, whatevs. Moving on. Oh, I thought you'd gone into the
Welcome
ground
back,
again.
Anderson.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
I'm in charge here.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
I could use a briefing.
What can you tell
Why
us
not?
about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Very astute. Also, is that a magic radio? He doesn't have to push any buttons. And yet, Thornton can't hear us. Oh, one.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folks.
Bird
It's
watching.
pretty suspicious.
Maybe.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Well, let's take a look at that body.
I want
Look
to
at
see the
that
body. How do we get
Look
there?
at that body.
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Amazing.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
The case board inside the mind place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Interesting. Neat little mechanic. A little weird that they had to rename it the Mind Place, though. I guess it's a little different.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. You can use WASD to move around. What about the... You can use mouse to zoom. There we go. Can I use the mouse to move around? Free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing escape. I can use the mouse. Okay. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. We got Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Reported missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Found in Cauldron Lake 2018, some organs missing. Predation, state of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. And Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos, found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Murder methods, slight difference in murders, bloating only, commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water, post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and legs, deep gash in the chest, heart missing. Heart missing a deep gash. I don't know if I would call a cut deep enough to pull out a heart a deep gash. Maybe that's the right term for it. All bodies experienced bloating. Well, I'll tell you, my body experiences some bloating sometimes. Not quite to this extent. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos, a message from the killer, or their art. Murder targets have no discernible common traits. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Killer may be a sportsman or a hunter. Brutal. Control. Go to the crime scene. Let's go to the crime scene.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Hope
Close
does
to
not pause the
cracking it?
game.
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
You said it, Casey. pause the game? That pauses the game. But the Mind Palace does not, as Casey
Hey,
gets
Casey.
farther away.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You crack cases that have the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
She probably does stand up on the weekends. No items. Okay. Okay. That may not pause the game either. So I wonder if in the heat of the moment you're trying to run from something, you're gonna get killed if you don't select an item fast enough. Oh, there's a lot to read here. Okay. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog Coffee Bean. Aw, Coffee Bean. CB, as his owners refer to him, had been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid that she would never see her best friend again. When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears. She said I must have asked, "Am I dreaming?" at least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to give those kinds of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. What with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, cats eaten, you know. It felt real good to give some good news, even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose it's all I should say about that. Oh, the suspense, the mystery. Does a hike a day keep depression away? Might be bright sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right, in the grand scheme of life, those dead depressing days are just around the corner. Wow. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not, but for all you thinking there's gotta be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, so get on out there and just do it. Don't forget a flashlight. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. Because that's when you get murdered. Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ. Little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? Nah. This brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Good job, Sally Upton. You're the next generation of gamers. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night, who were probably just out to hike and get their emotional and mental state back to snuff. Sunday, an idyllic evening of barbecuing and late-night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows, the next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness who preferred to remain anonymous said, "It's like he appeared out of... Oh no, oh no! Appeared out of what? Out of nowhere! Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." Representative from the rental cabins, who chose to remain anonymous, wanted to remind customers, if you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins this summer, please get in touch with us as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you've rented with us. What does that mean? Representative went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice. State of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. Oh, I guess talking about the website, not the cabins, which apparently Come with a local psychopath as part of the deal. Put that on the website. Looks like I gotta run around. Okay. No jump shortcuts for me. Dun, dun. Oh, he runs too. Nothing like someone thinking you might outpace them to put a little pep in their step.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Neat. The setting is very cool though, appropriately gloomy. I love it. Oh, little birds flying in the distance. Burbs. That's a nice touch.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Oh, Alex,
I'll look
we all
around.
get back to
See you in
nature
a bit.
eventually.
Time.
Oh, looks like a collectible I could shoot, maybe? Can I make a mark on my map? Point of interest. Player zoom, gold, mine palace, Cauldron Lake. Doesn't look like anything to make a mark. Oh, look out. Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. But she flew on a mortar and pestle? Or maybe she used it to cast a spell to travel through the night sky? Intriguing. Maybe, if we play our cards right, we'll be able to see the witch fly through the sky using a mortar and pestle. Nice tree arch. That was fun.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Thank you, Casey.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Oh, look at this. Phone booth. Just getting overgrown.
No, you're not getting it. Try explaining it one more time.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Sounds kind of like the stabby robot from Futurama. Just a little bit, and only sometimes. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Ew, a hut. The witch's hut. Here lived the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Talk about an entrance. She punched that door. That's how she busts through every door. Ooh, a little bridge. Where am I, map-wise? Oh, I am going way off the murder site. Little camp. Oh. Friday. You know what? You know what I appreciate? That this text is clear enough that I can read it without having to use this. I'm gonna try that. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. Oh, young love. Or young like. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Wants to stay in bright effing Falls. Sunday, so I told her. She said thanks. Kill me. Oh, young like. Monday, I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back here tomorrow. Back there tomorrow with better gear. Bet I can find a way inside the building, take some photos. It's going to be epic. Oh, no pages to turn. Ooh. What's all this? Inventory? No. Tab? No, Mind Palace. I have a gun. I'm sure it'll tell me how to use it later. What's
Is that
this?
a kid's lunchbox?
Ooh. Cold Casey.
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Oh, that makes sense.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
I just thought that was a callback to the first Alan Wake, and we were somehow in another story. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Ah, the great Alan. Manuscript fragments. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the Mind Palace. Awesome. Oh, it's just gonna take me there, huh? Let's see, that's more than I have. Costly. Costly upgrades. Okay. Good little detour. Good find. Creepy witch hut. It's a big tree. Where am I now, map-wise? Going to the witch's ladle. Oh, is that that's the tree. Closed up for now. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake. Oh, it's the lady at the lake. Ah. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. Why would she bewitch him? And then not... anyway. Who knows? Legend tells that when the blah 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 blah. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Oh, well. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't accuse anyone of being a witch because you might be right. And then they'll really be mad.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Ooh, some god rays. Nice. Like that effect. Back to the crime scene, I suppose. Ooh, nope. There's another path. No. Why is it a bad thing that people get accused of being witches all the time? But if you're called a wizard, it's a good thing? I guess just pile on the unfairness. Oh. Well, that looks like a murder scene. I guess I just skipped the general store. Oh, there's a lot of little places to run around here. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Confused? Follow the steps. Wash hands, take chicken out of fridge, take nap. What a set of steps. Oh, not even numbers. Okay, okay. Looks like a cult box to me.
A creepy twig sculpture?
You can use period? Oh, that is way too far away. Oh, it turns out E. E does that. Okay. Downwards.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You
Are you-
remind me of a dream I had.
Are you petting it? Huh. Okay, interesting choice. Okay, so it was something, wash hands, take nap. What was the first one? The two up arrows? Oh, wash hands, take chicken out of fridge, take nap. Okay. Where's that sink? Wash hands, where's the thing? Oh. Don't see any symbols. Take chicken out of fridge. Oh. Take nap. Okay, okay, sink. Not the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink. Oh, this person's just symbols all over their house. Let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. Fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else? Something less natural and much more man-made? Intentional? I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery, ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake, preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano. Lava. Second drawing, waterline. Engineered structure, strange machines. Oh, actual drawings. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the last one is the forward reverse buttons. The first one is the up and down overlapping triangles. The second one is the up and down more different overlapping triangles. Let's see if I can remember that on my way here. We've got up and down overlapping triangles, up and down more different overlapping triangles. Oh, that's not an option. I guess that's an option. And then forward reverse buttons. Not doing it. Did I do this wrong? I guess that one and that one? Huh. Wash your hands, take chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. What did I do wrong? Wash your hands. Up and down. You know what? I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note. Up and down. Chicken on fridge. Down and up. And then take a nap. Play buttons. Is that not what I did? Step 1. What did I do? I did down and up, not up and down. Wait a minute. These steps aren't correct. Enter, space. Up arrow on the left, down arrow on the right. Facing out and in. Huh. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. I'll consider myself a tree person. That took me a little longer than I anticipated. Okay, murder scene. Backside of the home. What is this?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation. Nice talking to you, too.
Okay. I need to go find Agent or Deputy Thornton. Oh,
Need
so
the
many,
key.
so many locked doors and gates around here. Oh, that's 100% a naked man. That'll be fun to edit.
Did you
Casey!
get lost, Anderson?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Huh.
Yeah, that's me. Mulligan told me you were coming the other way.
Oh! You know what? That small attention to detail. I love it. Coming in the backside.
Now, this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp.
You know that
You
stuff.
owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Look at this.
Body is positioned on the table.
Sure is.
Ritualistic.
First key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the mind place. Okay. C. Active clues. Key image can be selected within, placed on the caseboard. Okay.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
I think not. Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. Key image is placed will prompt a new question. Objectives are viewable at the caseboard in your goals. Press control. Okay. To examine the caseboard or complete this objective. Looks like there's 3 pictures. Collect clues.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Nice of them.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Less nice of them.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Much less nice of them. Caseboard. What do we got? Press C to see clues. Placed onto the open question. Okay, now I have to admit something. So the first time I was coming through this, I missed this clue up top, or this little tutorial up top, and I would open this and I would be trying to place this all over because I know it's supposed to go over here.
Ugh.
But you can't place it on a wall. It has to be placed on to the question. And when you miss that particular bit, it's kind of frustrating and confusing. But game developers can't account for every idiot that plays the game.
Right.
So there we go. Just as another example. Ugh.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Really working those zoom-in shots. Clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Check the updated goals by pressing Control. Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. Free to examine the board, or leave to collect new clues.
Who is our victim?
Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The
As
victim died
happens
here.
when you get your heart cut out, so I'm told.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Was it?
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display?
That's a question. Those look like possibly dress shoe prints. A well-dressed killer, perhaps, who likes to drink beer and use tripods.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Speaking to people as well as by examining surroundings.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Well, what did happen after he got fired?
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything.
Deputy
For
Thornton?
now, at least.
Anything this
Anything
town would like to
clicking yet?
forget?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Yes, let me retreat to my mind place, which I'll let you know is a very nice cabin. Lots of wood as an aesthetic. Okay, so this is actually an interesting game mechanic. So instead of just pressing tab and going into a menu and having to navigate different tabs within your menu system to get to like the map or the case files or what else is in here? The weapon upgrades. They've turned it into a three-dimensional space that you get to navigate, which is pretty cool, honestly. I think I might, on my next episode where I try to recreate some game mechanics from popular or interesting games that I come across, I think I'm going to try and do this mind place mechanic. Extra interesting because it doesn't pause the game as you play, which means I could absolutely die if there are enemies around.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
Huh. What else is in here? Oh, we got a deer.
11 remaining.
11 what? Deer heads? Oh, is that why I just took a personal interest in petting that deer head?
11 remaining.
Huh.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Alright.
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is.
Oh. Look at that dishwasher. HBD, Logan. HBD.
Mom may be gone,
Happy birthday, I guess.
but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Oh. For what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you question your choices, your competence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing. Love you always, Mom. Ow.
This mug always cheers me up.
Eh, not the worst, Mom. Weapon upgrades. Oh yeah, why did I come here? Probably to examine the case board? Cases. These Casey lunch boxes.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Oh.
That's not right.
Cauldron Lake area. Oh, okay. Alan Wake? What the hell are these? A strange lunchbox. Who left this here? I should keep an eye out for others. Hoo 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 hoo. Alright, cases. Cauldron Lake murder. Murder at Cauldron Lake? It's got photos in it. I've got photos. Casey. Nightingale went off the deep end. FBI fired him. Okay, that's the victim. Thornton. Victim is Robert Nightingale. Last seen Bright Fall. Oh. On to the question.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Mental state questionable at time of disappearance. Alright, what else we got here? Multiple sets of footprints. Killers. Lots of activity. It's unlikely our killer was working alone. Heavy blood spatter. Oh, blasted. On to the question.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
Multiple
Quite the
assailants
party.
present. Messy scene. Crime of passion. Premeditated. Tripod. Looks new, brought by killers. Why? To mount a camera? Weird snuff film? Cooler and beer bottles.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
New crime-solving mechanic. He's profiling inside Saga's mind, place, to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder.
I guess she was getting whispers from beyond.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
But why leave his heart behind? Seems wasteful. Victim came from the lake. Feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now? After 13 years, where's he been? Where indeed? Check the lake shore. Okay, looks like I'm out of photos to place.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
You do that, Thornton. You go ahead and do that.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
Flashlight out.
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
There's a big tree. I guess the ritual was interrupted, hence the heart left on the table. It's not about waste. It's about getting interrupted. Blocked path. A manuscript.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Manuscript page.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Here we go. It's Alan Wake. Wait, did I pick it up? Did I not pick it up? Ah, cutscene.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm, like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley.
That sick
Nightingale came
game
this way.
is called Alan Wake.
Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Back to the mine place. In which I cannot run.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Let's go chest diving. Oh, wait. There's more. More to be put on the case board. Footprints. Victim came from. Trail has gone cold.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Anything else here? More going on here than I'm seeing. I need to examine his body properly back in town.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Ooh, thrilling. Saga's ready to go, and so am I.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Agent Nightingale, I would salute you if there was an animation for it. I'm glad you made it into the sequel. I'm sorry it ended like this. Shortcut key. Here we go.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Wow. Really coming down on deputies. Snobby big government folk. The FBI.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Radio tower. Oh man, it's been too long since I played the first game. Is this a place we got to? Or what is all this? Okay. Ooh, quick slot. Put it in. Slot 1. There we go. Don't know if I'll need to do that next. F.
A
Press the
lunchbox
F
again.
button. Lunchbox.
Who's leaving these out here?
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. Remember, Alan is watching. Manuscript fragments. Phenomenal.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Shortcut key. This is where I could have circled back. And or spent less time looting at the beginning.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
To Bright Falls.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
A little audio sync issue. Hopefully it doesn't persevere.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Like these cans of aerosol walking around. Ooh, look at these reflections. The clouds.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Beautiful looking game. I don't think that guy's holding a phone. Oh, yeah, he is. Maybe?
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale.
Okay. There it is. It's the first bit of Alan Wake.